Many of us want to own a piece of ancient craftsmanship, an authentic Indian metal idol that carries the weight of history and devotion. But finding a genuine piece is difficult when the modern market is saturated with countless options that all look identical on a screen. This table highlights the primary dilemma. You will frequently find two idols with identical photos. One costs $500, the other costs $45. That massive gap forces you to stop and ask, what exactly are you putting into your shopping cart? Sellers throw around a barrage of buzzwords to justify their prices, terms like Ashtadhatu, Panchaloha, or heavy solid brass, leaving buyers completely confused. Navigating this market is a high-stakes trade-off. You have to choose between investing in a verified, ritually pure masterpiece or a budget replica that may hide significant material compromises. Let's start with the term Ashtadhatu. It translates directly to 8 metals, and historically it represents a highly revered alloy used in Hindu and Jain iconography. Ancient texts dictate 8 specific ingredients for these sacred objects: gold, silver, copper, lead, zinc, tin, iron, and mercury. This chart illustrates the pervasive marketing myths surrounding these idols. The claim that genuine Ashtadhatu contains exactly equal parts, 12.5%, of all 8 metals. In reality, that exact mixture is impossible to cast. It creates a highly brittle material completely useless for statuary. Believing this equal parts lie works against you. It pushes you away from actual artisans and directly towards scammers who will tell you whatever you want to hear to close a sale. This updated chart shows the workable chemical composition of historical Ashtadhatu. It relies on an 85% copper base. That heavy base, mixed with 10% tin or zinc, is required to provide structural integrity for a successful cast. The precious metals, like gold and silver, are only added in microscopic trace amounts. They are included to satisfy the sastra, the ritual purity guidelines, not to add bulk financial value to the metal. As for the mercury mentioned in ancient texts, authentic modern artisans replace it with antimony. This improves the hardness of the sculpture while keeping the spiritual symbolism intact. Authentic Ashtadhatu is defined by the spiritual intent behind its creation. These metals are carefully balanced to satisfy ritual requirements, turning the alloy into a physical vessel for worship. That brings us to the mass-market alternative, the $45 factory-made idols imported in bulk from overseas. To keep shipping and production costs at rock bottom, these factories primarily use highly compromised lightweight alloys or hollow casting techniques. Buyers tend to associate heavy weight with premium quality. To make cheap, hollow idols feel heavy, factories frequently take a dangerous shortcut, bulking up the alloy with toxic lead or cadmium. This shortcut carries a dual consequence. It introduces severe heavy metal hazards into your home, and it completely voids the sattvic, or pure spiritual energy, required for daily worship. If you choose the budget route to save money up front, you risk your household's physical health for a spiritually empty object. Verifying the authenticity of a true handcrafted piece requires knowing how to spot the physical markers of the traditional lost wax solid casting method. First, test the density. An authentic piece has heavy balance and produces a deep, resonant sound. Hollow fakes give a tinny echo. Second, look closely at the details. Authentic pieces will feature slight facial asymmetries and unique imperfections. No two casts are ever perfectly identical. Third, check for tool marks. You should see fine scratches and chisel impressions left behind as the artisan manually refined the raw metal. Fourth, consider the surface. Solid brass and copper develop a natural greenish-brown patina over time. Mass-market fakes rely on artificial coatings that eventually peel and flake. To a true collector or devotee, these physical imperfections are the actual value of the piece. They are the proof of an artisan's time, skill, and devotion poured directly into the metal. The best way to bypass fakes entirely is to source your purchase directly from traditional craftsmanship hubs. Look for sellers who source from regions with unbroken lineages of this craft, like Swami Malai in southern India or Patan in Nepal. When making a high-end purchase, demand an XRF or X-ray fluorescence test certificate from the seller. This proves the elemental makeup of the metal and guarantees zero toxic lead fillers. Ensuring a verifiable origin and passing modern material testing are the only ways to guarantee a piece is safe for daily ritual and will hold up as a generational investment. This flowchart maps out your ideal purchase path based on what you actually need. If your priority is spiritual worship or building a collection, bypass mass retail, demand solid cast pieces, trace the geographic origin, and require XRF certification. If you simply want aesthetic decor, buying machine-made brass is perfectly fine. You just need to verify it is actually pure brass, so you avoid lead exposure. And keep this practical rule of thumb in mind. If an idol feels suspiciously light, sounds tinny, and is unnaturally smooth, walk away. Purchasing an idol is a choice of legacy. You are deciding whether your money funds a disposable factory assembly line or sustains an ancient, unbroken lineage of spiritual artisans.